Good morning all. Today we are going to discuss about OSI model and its layers. OSI stands for Open System Interconnection, as a reference model that describes how information from a software application in one computer moves through a physical medium to the software application in another computer. OSI consists of 7 layers, and each layer performs a particular network function. The 7 layers are physical layer, data link layer, network layer, transport layer, session layer, presentation layer, application layer. We'll describe OSI layers, top-down, from the application layer that directly serves the end user, down to the physical layer. Point 7. Application layer. The application layer is used by end-user software such as web browser and email clients. It provides protocols that allow software to send and receive information and present meaningful data to users. A few examples of application layer protocols are the Hypertext Transfer Protocol (HTTP), File Transfer Protocol (FTP), Post Office Protocol (POP), Simple Mail Transfer Protocol (SMTP), and Domain Name System (DNS). 6. Presentation layer. The presentation layer prepares data for the application layer. It defines how two devices should encode, encrypt, and compress data so it is received correctly on the other end. The presentation layer takes any data transmitted by the application layer and prepares it for transmission over the session layer. Point 5. Session layer. The session layer creates communication channels, called sessions, between devices. It is responsible for opening sessions, ensuring they remain open and functional while data is being transferred, and closing them when communication ends. The session layer can also set checkpoints during a data transfer. If the session is interrupted, devices can resume data transfer from the last checkpoint. Point 4. Transport layer. The transport layer takes data transferred in the session layer and breaks it into segments on the transmitting end. It is responsible for reassembling the segments on the receiving end, turning it back into data that can be used by the session layer. The transport layer carries out flow control, sending data at a rate that matches the connection speed of the receiving device, and error control, checking if data was received incorrectly and if not, requesting it again. Point 3. Network layer. The network layer has two main functions. One is breaking up segments into network packets, and reassembling the packets on the receiving end. The other is routing packets by discovering the best path across a physical network. The network layer uses network addresses, typically Internet Protocol addresses, to route packets to a destination node. Point 2. Data link layer. The data link layer establishes and terminates a connection between two physically connected nodes on a network. It breaks up packets into frames and sends them from source to destination. This layer is composed of two parts: Logical Link Control (LLC), which identifies network protocols, performs error checking and synchronizes frames, and Media Access Control (MAC), which uses MAC addresses to connect devices and define permissions to transmit and receive data. Point 1. Physical layer. The physical layer is responsible for the physical cable or wireless connection between network nodes. It defines the connector, the electrical cable or wireless technology connecting the devices, and is responsible for transmission of the raw data, which is simply a series of zeros and ones, while taking care of bitrate control. Okay, thank you. That's all for today. See you guys in next class.